All right, so this week, this is what we got on everybody, and I guess it'd probably be cool of me to let everybody know I'm live. All right, there we go. Alrighty, so this week, oh wow, I didn't know that Pal was speaking today. Um, this week, is he on 60 Minutes? Okay, he's that's I feel like they bring him on there when they want to pump the market. So Monday, ISM services. This comes in 10 a.m. This is one of those Mondays where I would be surprised if there's a big injection of volume at the bell, and then they pull or reverse the move off of 10 a.m. data. Again, we don't want to just sit there and predict what's going to happen, but it's something to be aware of. Tuesday, Mester can mess up the market or make, but normally these things I don't put much weight on. When you get a group of them together, they can do some typically over the years when these events happen, um, flat. It's or slow price action. And then going into Thursday, Friday, we is this a short week? Am I tripping or is this just no data? What is on? Click- yeah, do you guys know if there's? Okay, good enough for me. Um, no. There's no data, then I guess again this is just like Mondays. We get a reprieve. The only data this week that I think makes it a real impact is unemployment claims, which is the most impactful on the chart here. Friday, if we don't have, or if the market is open and there's no data, that's good. Now, also want to take a look at look at my brand new Twitter, guys. I only have two tweets. Never tweeted before. Anyway, uh, earnings whisper. All right, so this is the lineup this week. Please let me know. Is my music loud? If you guys can you guys hear my music? I'm guessing no. All right, so this week, couple of earnings that I'm definitely going to keep keeping my eyes on. Uh, Elf is a not typically an option play. This one just stands out to me. I've been holding equity in this one for a long time, and every single earnings it has treated me really, really well. So this is probably going to be a fucking disaster. No, I'm just kidding. But more than likely, I will probably hedge my options with something out of the money. Now, starting on Monday, after the close, there is a few. Palantir, and if you guys want to write these down, I'll try to remember to bring them up. But these are things that I'm definitely going to be watching going into earnings. Uh, I own equity in PLTR, so obviously this is of interest to me, um, equity wise, but also PLTR is still one of these companies that I actually do. As I'm not a fundamentalist, but I do watch a couple of people who are. One of them, he actually doesn't like me anymore, but that's fine. I still think his opinion is pretty good about the fundamentals on PLTR. So this is just one Chegg, which the only reason that I'm watching this one is because of the potentially cheap options. And I have a list of stocks in my mind over the years that I have remembered or been a part of large movements in after hours. I don't mind and this is just me. You don't have to do this. So again, independent thinking here. But for me, I've had a good month. January is good to be, and I don't mind putting a little bit of risk forward and putting some cash on the table on some shit that looks pretty good. And that actually, we get Thursday, Cade. We're gonna. I'm taking a position on Hershey's on Monday. I'm probably gonna hit it long. It's in consolidation. Try to pick some good targets on that one. Maybe even grab both long and short term expiration contracts on that one. But anyway, Snapchat, and these are all, of course, I'm going to be highlighting things that are good risk to reward. Snapchat, one. Spot is another stock that I'm going to be watching going into this week. Again, I don't really play this one a ton because the option spreads are fucking trash. And even if you do hit on earnings, you pretty much almost need to be, you don't have to be, but it's hard to sell your contract when the spread's so wild. Um, it's actually a really good week of earnings. Baba is definitely on the watch list. I think this could help Chinese stocks overall. So if you are long, short on Chinese stocks, please watch out. Roblox, I'm interested, but I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. This one is one that has performed on earnings really well and then not very often. So if the options are cheap, again, this week, I don't mind actually throwing some money at the market. Now, Matt, which is actually kind of off the wall. This is Mattel. I might actually take a look at them for earnings. Obviously, Barbies and stuff like that, but cheaper options as well. I'm not leaving Uber out, but Uber is another one that obviously could be. Actually, I am gonna write that down because Uber, Dash, all those companies I think are going to start lifting up. So for the week and ending the week uh, on a pretty big note, again, there's a lot of option plays in this week. And again, we're going to take a look at the options come Monday. I think either after the close or right towards the close for potentially taking positions in some of these Affirm, which we've been waiting for. Again, anything can happen on Affirm. We've had earnings on certain stocks where other stocks will talk about buying them out that day. Pinterest is another big one. Social media stock. Cloud is not one that I typically play, nor am I like highlighting here. But Hershey's is, and the chart speaks to just an epically long time of consolidation. It broke out, pulled back, and so this is one that could be a longer hold. We might actually be able to get either up or down. I don't care. It's definitely a heavily institutionally owned stock, so it doesn't mean we'll get an immediate movement on earnings, but we could see some after effects of that one. So, all right. Now that's the earnings watch list. Watch list this week. I do have Tesla, and can anybody guess why I'm watching Tesla this week? I usually don't, right? Well, when it's moving, if I'm either in or I'm not. But this one is just in a box. Days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tomorrow's 7. That's a weekly candle, right? So we're gonna start a new week. The weekly candle looks like this. So maybe I was there watching over like Creed. Uh, I was selling them to you actually. I was watching. I was listening from my other account. Then I bought them at the top as a gift. No, I'm just kidding. um. Anyway, so weekly candle, right? This is important too. We have a big long ass doji. It could mean that we go into yet again another week, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of dippage. 175 is still down there, and when it does hit, 175 area slaps. And so I will probably try and bounce that down below. So Tesla is on the watch list. IV's low, right? You don't want to buy it when it's high. You want to be there. And then why else is this potentially a good trade? And I can't, again, nor am I going to say that this is the bottom. We don't do that. I know where I need to recover. So if you again want to mark your charts, right? Simple text right there. Just say recovery, right? So this is where we want to see a candle close on the 24-hour. Now, even just being outside of the 194.15 would be a good start, but I am, again, sticking to my candle close just above that. All right, so that's Tesla. Square does not have earnings today. or this week. If, I hope to God not. But this is one that this wall, and it's not like a particularly clean wall, but you can see that sellers are in control. And I would like, if not all, but this, right? So finding the area, and in the most recent price action, if you want to write this down, SQ above the 69.25 to the 74.35 mark. Cool. So this is one that if this doesn't work out and it falls, we've got a big old floor and we can take the bounce there. So it's up at the top and we can visualize this like so. See? So it can go up, or if we end up tapping and hit it coming back down below, and this is where we can set our alerts. Yeah, an open on the daily would, and that's, if you guys hear me charting on the daily, I'm talking about opens above that, right? So that would be, you wake up, it's open above it, or you're closing the day down and it's about to close above it. So one of the two there. Hold on. I want to make sure that this goes into the chat this week. So if you guys are new here, these alerts will go in to the Discord. Ooh. Oh my god. Damn. Damn. All right. So this one is in a range. That's why I'm targeting it. If it goes down, I might take a little short play and then bounce it up here. See if we can get that 1, 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and there's very little below. So it's good to not be biased here, right? And then lastly, well, firstly, but lastly, as of right now, this is about what we're rocking with. So there's plenty of room to both sides if you break out and if you break down. Target down would be around $56 to $55. Obviously, one of the strongest floors, and if we chop further, would be right here at 53. So right now, visualizing SQ, right? It's above here and through the wick up to this imbalance. That would be target one. Below here, the target would be the floor. Typically, you'll bounce and not hit the floor if you're going to go down. So I would just suspect it would be a bit rocky as they disperse all of those buyers, and we would see a drop. Again, time frame wise, there is a floor right here, so a good healthy retest, and then naturally moving down into that floor. So there's a small right here. That's a mini box. Got to give it all respect. So that's what we're looking at with Square. All right. Look at Elf, dude. Another one that I am watching. You guys know it. Ribbit. Um, I love Frog. And on the weekly, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here, right? Good floor, right? That last week's candle was off the floor. Let's look at the most recent price action. Candle close, right? Perfect. Right on there. Just above. Not outside of the wick, unfortunately. And we're still in danger of making a lower high. Now, where it closed at is basically our next leg up. So I'm looking for this week right here, right? And typically what I'll do is do something like this, right? 37 and 39. It's gonna be my two targets here on the weekly / daily. Stop loss on the positions that we have right now, I would say anything underneath the 50% mark of our candle, right there at 34.55, and I'm gonna bail. Simple. Don't need to fucking. And if it goes, target one is all the way up there. That's one. That's not the whole trade. I'd like to see this thing based on the weekly. I'd like to see this thing potentially create a cup. All right. I want to be the cup. I want to be a cup. CUP. What? All right. Now, I'm not going to do anything. Obviously, I play the cues all the time. Let's see here. That one's not going to be on my watch list for now. All right, what else did I want to watch this? Yeah, so I think it was GPS and then cart. I did want to address cart here. All right, let's take a look at cart. And then if you guys have some requests, I will take those now. I need to go over BA. I gotta add that on BA real quick. Oh, it is on there. Oh, it's down there. Okay, cool. All right, so cart, right? It didn't do what I wanted it to do all the way, but it didn't lose what it had to in order to die. Okay. So it's still alive. And while the daily doesn't look as healthy as it looks a little nauseated, and am kind of expecting kind of a right in the 2680s to begin a downtrend. I think this is the mouth. So it's probably going to look something like this, right? And if I can't find trend, right, there's usually enough structure down like in the middle of it where I could start to build an idea of what that would look like, and I'll adjust that further. But anyway, so right now, the sell wall period end of story is right here at 2641. So above that, I could expect cart to go and tap up into the 27s, hit that imbalance. But there is still, and again, the lockup period, I believe, Astro, when does that end? Do you remember? Jeff, oh, hold on one second. Trying to. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I don't know why you're not allowed to post in that. February 15th. Okay, so not too far. So we might just have to wait a little bit, but don't. I'm trying to make sure that I do not get away from this. So much so that I'm about to slap my whiteboard back up on my wall, so I can write these things down because my watch list has been kind of exponentially growing. It's Cade's fault. He's just an easy scapegoat here. But anyway, all right, moving on. So this wasn't a direct catalyst, more of a watch. Now, BA is one that I am watching. Oh my God, that's hilarious. So anyway, the reason I'm watching this one, two, three, one, two, three. Something's got to give. Hopefully soon above 215. Listen, if we're in the middle of the day, I want you to remember this target. These targets, excuse me. This is 221.50 and 225.50. 50% of the trade goes out at 221.50, and then another a 25% exit here, because I would anticipate a potential test of resistance all the way to the maybe 230s. So depending on the velocity and the open, that's where I will potentially consider um, taking or holding on and just exiting a 25% around 221.50 rather than the 50%. So, and these are probably going to be done with shorter expiration contracts, obviously Friday. And if again the open is good enough and directly outside of this, I might even go ahead and head into the next week and get hit the 240s for cheaper. All right. Feel like somebody's gonna ask me about Plug, so I'm just gonna talk about it right now. Still watching Plug, 412 channel, right? This is a solid points of contact, solid structure. I think this is a relatively easy play, especially some of you guys who are smaller accounts, right? You can try and fail. If you did end up taking a bounce trade, and just having to cut it. So, all right. Where do I find a small account trades? I mean, listen, I, so with the small account stuff, like I try to post them, but most, if not everything that I do. Oh, if you're talking about TTI, then, um, but you're gonna probably want to yeah, you're probably going to want to have an earbud in or something to be able to catch some of these trades. But I am trying to make sure that I post them. The issue that I've had over the years with posting these trades is that regardless of what warnings I type, and I know this is everybody else, not, obviously the responsible few are going to do what they're supposed to, but I've had a lot of people get into these positions like an hour at the end of the day with no, not saying a word to me. So anyway, all right. What the hell? All right. I am pretty much done with my watch list for the week. Again, we got some of the stocks that I talked about have earnings. Baba, we'll go over these trades. I think Baba could have a really standout earnings and give us a channel pop. So watch for that one to drop, and I'll probably fuck around with the earnings on that one. But other than that, a lot of the work will once we see how Monday moves, we'll get a really good idea of what we're working with. So, all right. If you guys would like to post in the Sunday charting here, where I'm tagging you now, you guys can post your requests. If you guys have anything you want me to take a look at or something that you think looks good that we should be watching going into this week, or if you see an imminent punchback, um, we'll take a look at it and see if it's not something that we can all hop on. SE, yes. So this one did exactly kind of what we were talking about, and this is all marked up from class. But this one hasn't changed much for me. It did dip down to the lows. I think this keeps going, but I am looking at a very close target of 43.50. This is in very, very much in confluence. Above this mark, right, we have what we can start to anticipate as a resistance, right? Lower highs, all that good stuff like so. So we could be expecting a move up into the 45s. And then again, the channel says that we could be expecting a whole lot more with a run up into the 54.50s, which is really realistically with all that, right? Realistically above here, it's just empty space. So I still think the SC, this is the first candle outside of that range. So you might get a little bit of a pullback if it's, again, reaches out too far and goes straight to 43.50. But First Solar, and I forgot to write that one on the watch list, but this one is definitely one to keep on the watch list this week, and maybe going into the next couple of weeks. You can start targeting trades or take target-based contracts around the 55s and perhaps the 60s. I think we looked at some of them and they were a little rocky, but I'm sure during the day you'll be able to find your spot in there. All right, so let's take a look at a firm. This one, I've changed the structure of the channel that it's operating in. 24-hour time frame kind of looks pretty wicked. I think this is another one that should be. I actually already I had to buy calls, so it's one I'm in. I'm in both ways. I have a very small set downside position at this point. Whatever floor this is has to stand out and perform and blast us through the 4250s and out of. I mean, realistically, looking at this and the way that this candle closed, again, it's about what you recover. And I did say that day the worst case scenario is that we rip right back up, and we did that 2 days in a row. So this is a direct refusal from buyers to accept or to lose that floor. Now this can be exhausting to them if they're not able to go and accomplish what they are supposed to. So 4250 comes in hot and yanks us back down. Then don't be surprised if you come back down to retest the imbalance. Now, one thing I should say now before I move any further is that is the only level that we realistically have below us is right around that $39 mark, which is going to be the cost basis, or going to be the meat imbalance. Sorry. The goal here, I think, would to honestly to be take it all the way up to 49.50. I think this is one of those ones that you shoot your fucking now. Again, the options are kind of fucking ridiculous now. So pick your target. This is a target-based trade. $50 strikes would probably not be a terrible idea. 49, if they're not. Again, I'm not looking at the options at the moment, but looking at that is what I would anticipate for a firm. If you open up underneath this 39.19, I would expect a bounce. I mean, and that's where you might get into a really messy price action day, but it's gonna be tough to beat those wicks down. So you're gonna have to see sellers really, really step up on a firm. So definitely one that we should be looking at for $50 strikes if it does cross those marks. All right. So First Solar, it does have earnings this week, so that's worth. I believe this has earnings as well. We talked about this in class. This one has a extraordinary channel, and just to again, if you look at Meta blasted out of its channel, Nvidia blasted out of its channel. So we don't always have to just rely on this. Now there is some selling that is already starting to occur. You have made a lower. No, you haven't. You still have higher highs, although this is starting to dig into that low. I see for. I mean, here, let me just. I see a $275 target, and I see a potential 117.50. And so this could set up to be a potentially really good straddle. Yeah. Now that's the weekly. The daily speaks to the same thing. The only difference here is that your floor is here. So you've left a lot of empty space up there. This is going to be, for me, considered to be a punchback. I would, you know what, this could be a really good earnings trade whenever it does come forth. Because I don't know. Looking at this chart, this is where I'll take my shot if the analysis looks good, especially going into earnings. So First Solar's a possible dub, depending naturally on the risk to reward. So, all right, now looks like we got W, Wayfair. Oof. All right. Let's look at what's happening here, because now that I look at this on the weekly, what would you guys say this is? This is oof. This is exactly why I say that empty space will always get filled. Empty space, empty space, empty space, space. Sheesh. So, um, let's see here. Mm, I'm not gonna count that floor out. Okay, so let me before I go any further. What I see when I look at this is, and again, 50%, right? Empty space, tap. That's 9150. But regardless, you broke out. You lifted up and you fell back in. You fell through all of that empty space. You bounced on the only structure Wayfarer has. And then you've gone up to retest. The reason being is you fell too hard. So sellers are stepping up now to try and drive that price down again. What it looks like is that they still haven't been able to crush this uptrend. So you're in a really interesting spot where if you can start to really see where sellers are in control here, outside of that 5750, you would be in a place to set that as your stop loss and potentially try and take this as it might attempt to go and break back out. But the fact of the matter is you did retest, you did come down, and if you have the same rule underneath that right here, and that's 49.82. So it's a really good chart. The weekly is pretty clean. Daily, same thing, same chart. The only thing that I noted, well, no, you know what? You did. So you have this floor right here. Well, you left a little bit up there. So definitely an interesting chart. When you go to the daily, it does show that price moves out to 72. So again, all space has been filled. Most, if not all, of this space has been filled. So the only option you've got is to basically rocket out of here. One, two, go see that three, and final push out. And if you can get outside of that weekly sell wall, then we could be looking at a solid uptrend potentially forming on Wayfair. That's pretty. Yeah. So everything I'm saying right now, I mean, fuck, cost basis right now in this box is right on the money. So 49, 46.50, and they're gonna be fucking way gone. Back down to 21.50. All right. C. All right. So Citigroup. Hmm. Yuck. All right. So let's go here. Let's go. Wait. Oh shit. Is that? Yeah, it is for real, isn't it? God damn. Was there like a banking crisis or something in 08? No, just kidding. We should try and short that. The channel prevails, baby. How did my strategy already exist? All right. Anyway, so channel wise, that's hot dog water. That's broken. That's about as fucking clean as it gets. So what do you need to grab hold of? What do you need to grab hold of? You need to. This is a tough chart. It's actually kind of testing my my scale. I see you right there. Interesting. Okay. So this would be like a giant fucking cost basis almost. So what I'm doing is I'm letting the chart show me, trying to let the chart show me here, right? So what do I see happens? Like what happens when we get this level? Why didn't we get it before? Right here. Right here. Let's repeat its process, right? So I can see that when we do recover that floor, where do we go? We go here, right? With an exception of this resistance, which is dead slap center and offers retest, builds, and this would be by definition cost basis because when you open, look, this is where my whole, I mean, half of the study came from, right? Is open underneath, you go to the floor. Open underneath, you go to the floor. Open above, you go to the resistance. Open above, you go to resistance, right? So the same rules apply here. And guess why you couldn't or didn't make it there? That's the median. So if you can, and I would say that at best right now, you should be looking at like a little and then a bloop, right? Now that's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario here is that you were to come back down and you don't want to punch through 52. You don't want to lose this floor. 5190 is no bueno. But if you can make it through this, then back up into these $69 highs and maybe beyond, which is fucking insane to me. But anyway, all right, Roku. Well, let me take a look at the daily too. Probably find some insight here. That uptrend looks fucking gnarly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So 150% what I just said times 10. So pull back, right? Looks pretty obvious right there, 53.77. Hopefully you build more structure up here so then you can go and punch through it. But yeah, channel. You bounce off of another cost basis here. I love my job. Look at that shit. Oh. Mm. Ooh, that looks like a two, three, one, two. I mean, and it has the inverse head and shoulders, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna go ahead and just say, I mean, this shit looks like above the median, right? Look, everything is always set up this way. So inside of a box, right, the rules still apply. See? So above 90.84, take your shot. And then again, anticipating not just that, which you'll have it right here. And that's your little channel down. So it would be 92.80. If you see weakness there, maybe do your thing, but you could be shooting out towards the 96.75 area for a proper downtrend retest there. So good looks, good day trade. That's a day trade, right? That's a day trade. Now, I mean, that's just looking at that glance. That's what I'm able to see. You got a lot of empty space under this thing. So, but anyway, yeah, this is that's an immediate day trade opportunity. Rumble, what's the ticker on that, buddy? Oh, ew. Pew, pew. Yummy. Okay, so what do you got? A wall here. Ooh, yuck. And then what did you touch? You touched. Oh, look at that. Oh, no way. The Rumble. Oh, I can't tell for sure, but it looks like it might have cost basis right here. But let's dive in a little deeper. Now, first of all, if there was any chart that would say go ham, right? Again, again, I'm gonna say this again. When I look at this chart, it's not like I'm not like this chart isn't my type, but I might go like on a you know 3 dates and then never talk to it again. Um, uh, but seriously, this is one of those ones that has empty space up there. It looks like I'm gonna take this stock to a nice seafood dinner. Never talk to it again. I mean, grab your floor. This looks like a squeeze. What's the short volume on this? Right rumble down. Strikes targets 1450. And the cause they are white. Fuck the cause. Mm-hmm. That's why you're sick, dude. No shit. Too much rum, dude. Dude, I can't even drink rum. I can't drink rum, dude. That shit makes me barf. I had my friends when I was 19 tape me to a couch to keep me jumping into a low level creek filled with oyster shells. Don't like that. I wouldn't be here, dude. Rum tried to kill me, dude. It's like that song Tequila makes my clothes go off, but rum makes me almost kill myself having fun. All right. I write that down. 1450 is the target on that one. Yeah, sick fat. All right. On. Hmm. Do what? On. This is a weird chart, dude. Look at it. Look at the lack of structure here. But I mean, I could. My gut tells me instantly, like, watch that one, because it's just empty space. And then I think it's gone down enough to drive short sellers' interest in this. Let me rechart this. Let me argue with myself. Hmm. The argument still doesn't matter. It's still the same. You're still no. Are you? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I got it. I figured it out just now. Look at this shit. Oh, I got it. Damn. I almost for a second there couldn't figure that shit out. All right, so definitely a good chance to bounce. Now let's look at where you gotta go And this is the weekly where I get the most clarity, but it's here, and that's 76.80. It's you're in a head and shoulders type spot. I don't even like saying that out loud because again, if there should be a trigger for any head and shoulders pattern, whatever. Now let's look at this double boxes. So you have a metric fuck ton of volume underneath you. If these trigger, go for it, right? God, okay, look at this shit. Look at this. Watch this. I know. Look at that, dude. Oh my god, baby. Look at that. So I think I'm looking at this. The only thing that I'm lacking, and I guess I'm not really lacking it. Hold on, let me. It's a hard chart. It's a hard chart. Harder chart. Okay. All right. I see what you got going on here. And then so let me do this. And let me do this. Mm. I say, I say this is a good look. I, every time I see a head and shoulders, I start to think the opposite direction. Now this is a bigger one, but the loose price action in between, I'm not vibing with it. Does this have earnings this week? No, it already had earnings, right? No, it's Monday. I guess. I don't know. They always fucking lie. Anyway, I think this one could go rip ass. It is on a floor. The floor is fucking screaming that it could go, I mean, shit, rip up and hit the teens, but there's a lot of empty space. This isn't something that like. If it looked like this above us, maybe I would say, okay, but there's nothing up there. There's nothing up there. So outside on, and perhaps this is a good straddle for an earnings trade, right? Because the potential here is, you get a strong move up to even 95.80, which, we'll see how the options look. But I would say $92 or $93 would be my first target. It's tomorrow? Okay. Then we'll see. I say 92 if it's good. If it's bad, it's going to be underneath one of these. It's going to drop down into like 56, and it's probably going to fucking rip ass again. So, all right. That one's a little bit of a harder chart. So I'm not scared to admit it. It's just a little bit less structured than I like. All right, let's look at the weekly. Do you guys remember this one? Anybody remember this one? I know you know um Robert, do you remember this stock? Are you one, Robert? No boxers. Oh, here we go. I tried for so long to short this stock. Right in here. I got what I wanted. I got my ass just handed to me, and then it just fucking dumped, dude. Exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Anyway, oh shit, you recovered the trend. Oh damn, hold on, wait a minute. That one might be getting the watch list. No, you. Ooh, why is this chart getting me so gassed up right now? Am I gonna not revenge trade? All right. All right, here's what I'm seeing. I see a well-constructed channel that was lost that we are potentially regaining. And what do we like about charts like this? Anybody? Somebody? Please? What is it? What do we like? Open space, right? We're like the Dixie Chicks. Anybody from America or not from America is like, "What?" Oh, dude, wide open space. I'm autistic. I don't know. You just wait. But your song, the last song you sent me on here was just what was it like? shred someone's ass or something. I forgot what the name it was. The name of the song and the band was obscene. Yep. Oh, you know what? Yeah, but I did hear that song. Send me French music, Cade. Outside of 20767, 205, this area right here, there is empty space. We'll split that in half. I'll say right around 205. Now, this is where I'm going to go and do some projecting. What kind of chart would you not be worried about it dumping since there's no structure below as well? Well, this is where I don't worry, Loopy. If I can use this, like if I can get this, which is 206.33, and now I have my trigger. If I can get that and set a stop loss at 208.50, I'm not worried at all. I'll let it go, let it move, and then we're gonna do the second half here. And this might be a little bit tougher because I don't have everything I need. And I'll tell you how I'm gonna do this. This is probably gonna be weird. Okay, that was fucking cool. Mm, okay, itty bitty, tiny little shit, right round support. Yes, 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 yes. The grass grows so me. Man, man, I think this is just a waiting game. Wait long enough. Earnings coming up soon. Pop up. I think I think somewhere in this 230 area. Looks good. Dexter. Patience on this one. Remind me on that one, all right? I'm gonna try and write that down. 1 hour chart says 197.41 is the wall. So you could use that red candle right here and try and nab that. All right. Now, what I'm hoping right now is that Crisp is recording this and that I will it'll record all of the marks that I say for entry. Thoughts on CL or CFLT Confluent? Big floor recovery. AVAX. Sounds like sounds like sounds like cancer. It's a above $25. I would say you're probably gonna go hit this very same floor here, like at 38.85. But you did recover your floor. You're moving up above the median. Above the median, it looks like it gets good strong movement. That's 26.18. So that would be my first mark. There is some structure up above you. First floor is 2978. Ow, my head. Just got a headache. Hey, FYI, you know what? That's why there's nothing on the chart on Friday. I have surgery. How do I forget about these things? I've got surgery on I know, on Friday. Do you guys want me to live stream it? Will that make you feel better? I'll call plays while I'm getting fucking zzz. Oh, that's the sound you make when you get fixed. Never mind, not that sound. What'd you say? Oh no, that's probably gonna be in fucking Spain, dude. I'm gonna go on vacation when I get my hip surgery. Hey, what's this arrow? Oh, dude, for a second there, I thought this yellow arrow was right here. I was like, are we gonna be fucking moving? Is that like some space-time continuum shit? All right. EL. Estee Lauder. Oh, shit. Hmm. Ooh, that's good. Ooh. Ah. Wait, what? That looks good. Watch Estee Lauder above 138.33 and a pop up in through this median right here at 146 to go for resistance, which is going to be around 164, I think. Oh, wait, you talking about the crypto? Oh, you crackhead. You tricked me, dude. These are all going to show up on YouTube. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, is that going to rip? Hey, yo, don't get. Ah, Cade! Cade borrowed that laugh from his daughters, dude. The man said, I see 1, 2. Um, you're not really coming down for the full dip. It could be down to 33.50. The 24 hours speaks to being in an uptrend, but also, but also, oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the next target is $39, 39.31. So, all right, that's all the crypto you get out of me, buddy. How dare you? Oh, shit. Hourly though. Check out the hourly, dude. Floor right here to recover. In the back of the fridge. Uh-huh. You might have to get the step stool, bud. Yeah, you're gonna go and retest that 35.40, I think. Stop loss set at 34.60. That's the floor you're coming off of right now. So I don't know. You might see a ripperoni, dude. Damn! I haven't even looked at this thing. Damn! Chickadee chag. Are some of you guys making me grade your homework without knowing it? um, yeah. Very good. Way back, I caught somebody stealing my charts and posting it in their Discord. That was pretty funny. Steal my charts and post them for me. Well, probably better you than me, dude. I don't care. I don't give shit. Listen, li- listen. This is a pretty fucking good chart, regardless of the outcome. Outside of 1261, what is this? Empty space. And there's a gap up at 1462. Mm-hmm. That could be, well, here's what I'm thinking is this is all empty space. Is Ford gonna cup the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Like we got 1, 2. Can I even draw circles? What the fuck is wrong with me? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Stupid ass tiny little box right there with the cost basis right there. Above this, dude. And then you got this, and then you got this cost basis there. Oh God. Can't use can't use that. Cheap cheap. Yeah, it looks good. I'll throw that on there. That's a small account. That's a small account bangarang. All right. Let's do you. Oh, we did you, didn't we? Oh wait. Unity software. Um oh. This looks like this stock's getting liquidated. Where's the higher high? Where's the higher high? Nope. Oh my God, why does this chart look like a hot dog water, dude? Hold on, there's gotta be something. We gotta zoom out here. Ah, okay, there we go, a little better. Can we find this? Is this real? It's real. Gotcha. Is that real? There's blood in these streets. Bottom, bottom, escape. All right. So here's what I'm looking at. When I look at this stock, y'all, it's a what is it responding to now? It clearly does not want to go down. 1, 2, right? We can see the resistance. Look at the bounces. This is a meaningful level. We also have the quintessential 1, 2, right? And it does not tap that third one. It seems like trend is respecting this. Look, tap, tap. Now I'm just looking at, again, looks like trend is trying to form. So with a stock with so much empty space like this, right? And then it's also important to regard, where did it refuse? So I mean, you are close, and you can look at it this way, right? You are close to pulling back and, seeing a new low, but you have bounced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's only taken sellers, obviously they've stepped up in here. This is a high tension area. So I don't know if this is going into earnings or something like that, but it is one that, it's a if this then that, because right now if I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow, if you open up underneath 32, then we could be looking further down. It also has empty space up above it, never tapped the third one. And then, one thing that I need to see in these areas, y'all, is a mouth. And this is what I could be looking at as a mouth, but I'm not seeing enough points of contact, right? In order to be able to establish that for sure. So it's like one of these things where I'm going to have to everything that I do on this is going to be off of a projection based on like the angle of things like that, right? Which I think this could be close to what we're looking at considering the median behavior, but it's a little too soon to tell. Good tension, but I think somebody gives up here soon, and buyers can't keep stepping up like this without having an end result being to the upside. So, all right, QQQ. All-time highs, and it sucks. All right, what's the next one? No, I was kidding. All right. So looking at the weekly, right? We never left. So be opening outside of the wick is the best I got. I unfortunately can't really give you much more when it comes to the weekly chart. Now, daily chart, I can, because the daily chart looks like it's fucking mid punchback and it's about to be open and ripping up into new highs off the bell tomorrow. That's what it looks like right now. And that's, in regards to this. And then looking at the channel that we're currently in, I'd say 236. Let's see, 237 or 437. Jesus Christ. It can't be dyslexia if you're just making up the numbers, right? I don't know. Yeah, no. So perfect. Perfect timing. Um, so anyway, the Qs look like they're mid punchback. Stop losses need to be around 329, which is the median on the wick. Uh, yeah, it's gonna have to be 429. It looks like it could be a 1-2. It's 1-2-3. So yeah, I like this one, but it's you take your trade, place your target, fucking hold your trade till you get there. So all right. F did you check? How'd everybody do with those earnings charts? Those you guys in class? Oof. Fuck, Chegg. Oh my goodness. Well, Chegg's fucked. No, just kidding. Chegg is not fucked, but Chegg does and will. There you go. Oh, ugh. I need some milk. I don't. That'd make this worse. All right. So this is an interesting chart. Here's your uptrend. Here's your downtrend. Look at that shit. Y'all, come on. Just wait for the signal and get in that motherfucker. It does have earnings, obviously. So tension set the max. I think this is where you could possibly look at targets down to 596. And then honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be I'd be aiming up here for earnings, which is $15. So because I would anticipate this to just be a smaller channel in what's actually look at the fucking angle on these wicks. But anyway, that's what I would be looking at is and then pop up into like 17. So that's Cheggalicious, right? You guys know that Cheggalit. Oh, hold on one second. One last little dusting of attendees here. Oh, that didn't do anything. Get that out of here. Yes. Gotcha. 1, 2, 1. So you might have a little bit more soul searching to do, but yeah, honestly, this might be a fucking. It's got a lot of empty space. All right, let's look at FT&T, which is Fortnite. Damn, good job. Nice box. Yeah, that's a weird thing to say to somebody. Okay, I can see your uptrend. Ooh, I can see like uptrend. Hold on a second. What's this? Ooh, is this channel yet not complete? I don't know. Before you had to before. Ooh, okay. Damn, gotta zoom out here. Burn into one. I see you now. You can't get away from that. Yeah, I know this is cheating. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Small football coach used to tell me. All right. Aha. All right. Okay, so that was a weird chart. Looks like it's piggybacking off of some old trend. This is kind of an expansion zone. You're above this sell wall, $65, and it looks like you're going to be heading. Well, nope. Here we go again. That's right. So you got 68 doll hairs, and then hopefully a trip up to what I'd be looking at 74. Really weird chart. Let's see what we can do with a longer look. Maybe we can change the. Okay. Damn, dude. Why does all this shit work? All right, so your bull case, right, would be $84, and that's with the uptrend in question. And it's again, there's a lot of times you're gonna be looking at a stock that looks exactly like this. Now, here's a good like I mean I am piggybacking this old channel. Looks like you tried to dip into it, you didn't, right? I'm using that same structure to find the downtrend resistance. I'm also looking at the fact that because it is going up, right? And it has made higher highs, there's still an uptrend here. The target right now is $85 to the upside if you're trying. And there's really nothing above you to realistically stop you in terms of structure. So it would just be a loss of fucking volume there. Cool. All right. So the question is up or down? Um, ugh, that tastes weird. All right. FT&T. Did I miss anything? I think I got everybody. Bless you, Potter. Oh, thank you. I didn't see that. Who do you think you are, the Pope? Not okay. Appreciate it. AVPT. I was talking about the other Sunday charting, but it's all right. Under Armour. AVPT. Ooh. Oh my God. Juicy. Juicier. And just I think it was like 30. $10 on the punch through this box. You've got a gap to fill at 914 and a floor to tap at 950, which are the two would be the two next targets I see on this one. It's not a great chart when it gets down to the lower time frame. The volume is, I mean, it's not a terrible chart. I still stand by the looks like 845 to 24-hour candle would signal that one, but weekly would be the median at 833. So yeah, first target is 916. All right. I think you're very close to getting, if you look at this trend works, you're holding on right here, which is what's currently happening. But if you were to drop, I would assume, it would probably be lower than this. Um, so here's the simple diagnosis here. 271 open, and that'll give you a chance at reclaiming and moving into the 305s. It's a slop. It's a tight area. You have two rejections off the top. You've got three off the bottom, and a double bounce right here. So it could be a decent pop back up. And I think your target's going to be around 360 if you do, at least in term short term target. And then hold on one second. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so definitely a chance that you could go pop out, and I mean, at best, I see 450 somewhere in there. But this is really it chops, and then it. So realistically, like yes, you're probably gonna have to get in, and it's probably gonna be one of those things where you pick a fucking target. I'd say 360 is first, and then if it does break, 465. So, UA. Um, Damn, dude, is it thundering right now? Damn, yeah, it is. Oh. Excuse me. There you go. That's it. Oh, there it is too. All right. So, oof, god dog, dude. They just make it easy sometimes. Um, Outside of 775, I see. I would personally look. I mean, if you look left, it's $8. I would be looking at this median, 816, right here. If that is broken, one, two, one, two, maybe three, and we can start. But this does look like the beginning of sideways, and that's realistically the best thing that you could do. So, all right. Let's keep it moving. I want to go ahead and finish these up. Ooh, it's 8:56. Damn, how'd that happen? Airbnb. Hi. Okay. Okay. Now there's an aggressive. I'd like to take a look at that. Oh, all right. Standing by this one. All right. So 153 is the current sell wall. You don't have wide open space up above you. You do have consolidation right outside of that at one. Fuck me. That's 156. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly like this tough. At this point, here's what I'm doing. Because I'm lacking all the boxes, I mean, there's boxes up there, sure. And there's just straight up fucking levels. And I'm sure these are probably weekly things, right? So 165 from top to bottom, that's the center. That's probably one of our first, and that would be a target anyway, right? 165.50, that is Airbnb target number one. But when I look at this chart, folks, I don't think like well, it's either one thing. I don't take it or I take it outside of 154 and I take a contract that's looking to basically hit the 180s. All right. All right. Listen, this week I want to see what happens on SoFi because this one went and tapped the top one, two, one, two maybe. So it might come back down, touch that 7-3. But it is one of these weekly situations too where the target's still up there, right? And we got the consolidation. So if we could pop back up and you know what we're forming, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the triangle shit. Tension. SoFi's going on the watch list. SoFi goes, shit, I could fucking straddle that with bet you with 100 contracts at on both sides, $14 and down to fucking 4. So dude, I told Grok to roast me and it wasn't as bad as TTI, bro. TTI got roasted so hard by Grok. My jaw dropped. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. All right, tension, tension, tension. Target 14 and 4. Ridiculous. 3 weeks out. I think one or the other hits. Now triggers, obviously, right now, folks. I'm going to use the wick and I'm going to use the 50%, but the wick right now and the 930 floor needs to be reclaimed. So. All right. I did UA, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Dollar General. This is actually one that I think we talked about last week, and it never fully realized. It did hit the channel top. Um, okay, so I mean, yeah, candle closes right there, and that's 137.98, and then 137.50. And then you get a triple wick right there. So fuck all those other things. 139.50. 139.50 Dollar General is the move here that you want to execute. Now I see a channel. I'm having a tough time. I don't know about that one, y'all. I don't know about that. That trend looks like shit. It's not. I mean, it doesn't need to look good, but yeah, I don't like that either. Why can't I find that? I'll find it. Can't stop me. I'm gonna find. I'm gonna find you, Dollar General. I'm gonna kill you. Gotcha. 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 CIA is gonna knock down my door. Threaten Dollar General. Yummy. Okay, so now I think this one, if it rejects, honestly, is better buying opportunity down to 124. That's the channel. I think it does have a potential to go in 1, 2, 3 and hit this one. The 150s get hit. I think this is just timing. Outside of 139, that one goes. So snap. All right, y'all. Oh my god. I don't remember charting that one, but okay, okay, okay. So what an interest chart. Okay, so one. This is your no square. This is 725, 1725. That is what is needed to be punched through. This is a not super aggressive downtrend, I have to admit. Uh, I'm on the 4 hour here. I don't know why I'm there, but that's the first thing that I see here. Weekly time frame. Um, I mean, shit, that's exactly what you want to do. Buyers are trying to squeeze you back up and out. It's got earnings this week. Um, let's see if we can argue this. Hold on, I can argue it. Sneak. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so that's either channel containment, and that's going to have us fucking coming right back down on Snapchat to 1378, maybe even lower. I would say 1072. Or what do you mean from the top? I'm sure. Yeah, that'll happen a lot. Yeah, has the same structure. Looks like it holds that. They knew this thing was doomed from the start. It's interesting. I listen. Snapchat's one of those things that, you know, empty space says 30. I mean, they're not doing meta shit, so I'm not a Snapchat expert, but if it does have good options, I wouldn't be surprised if this one had a good earnings. It has wide open spaces down and up. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and cap right now. It's 9 o'clock. Um, I will see you guys in the morning, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Um, focus on your opens. Opening candles tomorrow. Are they outside of your structures? Sure. All right, I'll do that real quick. But Jesus fucking Christ. Damn. Oh shit, man. I nailed that target on the channel. What? I'm looking at a different chat. You gotta wait. No, I'm not. Where did XP? It's not here. It's in who? No, it's not. You're lying. You maybe do AVAX. You were like, I do AVAX. And then I did it. All right. This is odd. So channel wise, selling wise, this thing is at the top. But I gotta start. I mean, we gotta maybe think about like, what the fuck is that? Look at the top. Look at the top. Look, 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 look. Damn, that busted through that cost basis. Um, so close to that resistance. 53.31. And then, I mean, when I look at this, I think, okay, probably the channel. So I'm going to put a loose target of 58. I'm going to say all the highs, 58.75 here. You are holding onto your floor there, and that's the structure underneath you. So I think outside, and then this is your second wall. So maybe the median comes into play here at 51.16, but yeah, I would say right now it's like $60 or $58 is the target here. So what was the one you wanted me to do, Cade? XP. Sheesh. Okay. Um, 30. You're um you're trying real hard to get this candle right there. Yep. So it's just a matter now. You, the, yeah, you're holding this floor and trying to capture this one. So 27.40, 27.40 there. All right, y'all. Feel better now? I was kidding. um, Now you can what? Oh, nice. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Get some rest. Hopefully we see good opens this week. I again just want to emphasize that I will be slapping and throwing some money at earnings. I can afford it. I've designated some risk to do so. Um, and This means also watching companies possibly coming off their earnings in the mornings, right? Some of these we won't cat or McDonald's, right? McDonald's is a great after earnings trade. So we'll look at stocks that have, maybe not moved on earnings. And then if they haven't, we'll watch them. And those will be some good day trade volume. All right. Y'all have a good night. Peace.